Hello, everyone. My name is Tara, and welcome to Aligning to Love. In this channel, I aim to spread hope, joy, peace, and love to the world by sharing goodness and love within my life. In the previous video, I had named it Aligning to Love Signs from the Universe Part 1, which is funny because I had no intention of doing multiple videos on signs of the universe. But my soul had more to talk about. And I've never been one to share my passion or interest in these topics because I've always been fearful of people's reactions to it, whether they thought I was less intelligent or less professional by believing in these things and valuing these concepts. But if I can make anyone feel more comfortable and confident and self-accepting of themselves by sharing this, then I think it's really important to do so. So I've been talking a lot about doing kind things for others and doing what is right in so many of my videos, but the root of all of that for me has always been because of my spiritual beliefs. And in the previous video, I talked about how life can either throw you some intense curveballs that are challenging and difficult that you weren't prepared for, but life can also line up to create some incredible opportunities. And whether that's people being available when you need them or being in the right place at the right time for a job opportunity. And so in this video, I wanted to talk more about the signs from the universe that I see through angel numbers. And for me, it all started when I graduated college around actually 22. And 22 or 222 is often thought of being in alignment or on the right path. But when I was 22, I was very confused. I was very hesitant about what my future held. I was trying to apply to as many jobs to land my starting job of my career. I was living at home because I needed to save money and be able to support myself in the job opportunities, which meant saving money and also being able to spend time with my parents. And I was really fortunate to be able to have parents who did welcome me back home to get myself on my feet. And so there was a lot of transitioning happening in my life. And I started noticing 111, 222, 555, 444 on clocks or receipts, license plates, and any other places where you can see numbers. And it was happening so much that it wasn't something that I could ignore anymore. And I started doing research online about other people seeing repeating numbers and thinking, what is going on with me? Am I going crazy? Am I the only one that's seeing these patterns in life? And that's when I came across the definitions and the meanings behind angel numbers. And I learned that there are different meanings of each angel number, but I also learned throughout the last 10 to 12 years that they all have different meanings to each individual's life and the context and the place you are in that stage of life. So for all the meanings that I'm going to share with you from what I perceive my angel numbers are, they're all things that have been patterns within my life that have repeated the meaning time and time again. So for me, whenever I see 111, that shows me that the gates of manifestation are open and that whatever I'm thinking about, I need to focus on the goals and the places that I want to be, not being worried about the things that I'm scared of or that is causing me stress. So focusing only on going forward. Whenever I see 222, I think about being in the right direction and I'm on the right path and that I am in alignment to what I want to have. It could take months, it could take even years maybe, but I'm going in the right direction. If I stay dedicated to what I'm doing, I'll get there. 333, whenever I see that, I have always found that my spiritual leaders that I look up to, or just positive people that have made an impact in history, um, I think about their persona and their traits and characteristics of what I want to bring forward in myself, or even past family members that have passed away, and what I can gain from their knowledge or life experience that I want to bring into my own. So, just spiritual leaders or people that are inspiring to me, those personas that I want to have their support or their guidance. And that comes out into my life. Whenever I'm needing help, whenever I need that extra bit of support, and whenever I see 333, I feel so comforted. And it's usually when I'm making big decisions in life. So especially whenever I'm making big decisions, whenever I see 333, I feel a sense of peace, which is really nice. 444 I see quite often, and for me that's always been angels or spiritual people that are important to me are guiding and protecting me. And one thing that I've always loved in my life, especially in the last 10 years, is that my husband, when he got home from his job, he always got home, walked through the door at 444. And he would always tell me, "Oh, I'll be home at 4:45 and you can expect me then." And I've always laughed because while he thinks of it as 4:45, he's literally walking through that door at 444. So that's always made my heart so happy. 555, I've seen so many times throughout my life. For me, I've had a lot of medical things take place throughout my childhood, teenage years, and adulthood. And 555 has been a sign of big change, whether it's positive or whether it's being a little fearful of what's to come with medical things in my life, or it's just been like incredible job opportunities or important people that have played a significant part in my life come into my life, or they may be leaving my life. But no matter when I see 555, I know that something big is happening or transitioning. And the thing that I've had to really work on is for a lot of my life since I've been a teenager is not being scared of change, not being scared of transition. For me, I think the biggest life lesson that I've had to practice and get more confident with is being able to let go. Let go of my own expectations, let go of grudges, let go of thinking that there's only one way to do things moving forward with goals or ambitions in life. And once you do release that fear and anxiety, more positive transitions can come to you. And I think so much of change is scary because we're not knowing what to expect. But if we don't allow change to happen, we'll never know where life can take us. And so 555 has been a big number and a big lesson for me throughout my life. And then 666, I've seen a lot of these on receipts and license plates. And for me, when I see 666, it's telling me that I'm too focused on the tiny aspect of our human and ego concerns, whether it's scared of how people are thinking about us or scared about the little things that in the big picture they really don't matter. And for me, 666 means to wake up and like reflect on the true importance of things and trying to make yourself realize that what I'm focusing on in my mind, if I'm replaying something that was embarrassing or replaying something that was disappointing, to let it go and to focus on what I want to bring, and to, yeah, let go of your mistakes, and to know that the little details of your life will keep on going like water. It's going to keep flowing, and just to move on quickly and to realize that things are going to be okay. Whenever I see 7-7 or 777, it's been a sign of good luck for me. And I know it has for most people. And it also for me has been a motivational number, to think that you've been working hard, you've been dedicated, good things are about to happen. Don't give up, it's right around the corner. And then 888 has been about abundance for me, and also about balance. If you turn 8 on the side, it's like that infinity sign or symbol. And 888 is often showing up in my life whenever I need to focus on getting outside for a walk, or taking things off my mind and rebalancing either my list of to-do things, or spending more time with friends and family instead of all of the work that I want to get done, or focusing on just being outside, getting regrounded with nature. For me, I've never really been an athletic person, but I love going for walks. I love being out in the woods, or going to lakes or oceans, anywhere where there's water. That really helps me rebalance my life. And even though sometimes, depending on the season, it's harder to do that, um, just trying to do things that make you more centered is always what I realize I need to do whenever I see 888. Then you have 999. And for me, this isn't one that I see too often, but I've been seeing it more and more this year. And it's been a closing of a chapter whenever I see that number, or knowing that you've come so far and you are at the peak and you're about to start something new. And so these are some of the meanings and definitions that have popped up in my life, that have been repeated over and over again for me with these numbers. And they always bring so much comfort to me, because again, it's like that invisible team of support that I feel whenever I see those numbers, and it gives me hope and it gives me inspiration. And I know, especially in these times where we're so we're so overwhelmed with everything taking place in our politics right now, in our leadership, it's been a huge comfort for me to just see these numbers and give me the strength to make change in the way that I can make change. There's been over 250,000 workers that have lost their job within federal government, and there's been so many agencies that have been being canceled or trying to be dismantled. And it is, when you look at the news, it is very defeating, but we need to keep going within ourselves, keep supporting one another, and making sure that we do take the steps to band together, be united, and do not let people change the way that we want our lives to be, and our freedoms and justice. So these angel numbers really help me in knowing the little things that I can do to make a change each day, and to just give me continual motivation and hope. And so I hope that this has given you some peace, and maybe some new knowledge, or just some comfort that somebody else has been seeing these signs just like you. So I hope everyone has a great day. I love you all, and have a great rest of your day. Bye.